All right, guys, let's go through the deadlift. This is probably my favorite movement, and I'm getting used to doing it now with dumbbells. And unless you have a barbell at home, you guys are gonna be doing the same thing. Awesome movement. Make sure that we are staying in control with this one, especially too, because a lot of you guys don't have those 80, 90, or even 50, 60 pound dumbbells at home. You're gonna have to go a little bit slower and control yourself to make the movement work. Remember what this movement is. I know at Victor they teach, they say chop your hips, right? That all that's telling you to do is hinge, right? Which is just pushing your hips back. We talked about the torso where we want it on the squat, which is a little bit more upright. With the deadlift, remember, you're gonna push it more forward, right? So that the hamstrings and the lower back are the primary movers here, and come up through it. Make sure you log out. So here we go. Stance, I want you guys to be underneath your shoulders. If you go too wide on these, what'll happen is the dumbbells will just keep getting in your way. Go a little bit more narrow. Here, I'll try to show you. Right about here is pretty good. Right, first thing I do is push my hips back, right? Push back. I'm gonna slightly bend the knee. Come up, lock out. Right. So what we're doing is, I think it's a pretty easy movement with the dumbbells. We know to hinge back. You are gonna bend the knees a little bit, right? But we don't wanna bend them so much that it ends up becoming a squat. So make sure that you're letting the torso go a little bit more forward. As I start to go forward, what I do, that's when I will start to squat just a little bit down, bend the knees, go down a little bit till I get to about shin level. Once I get there, I'm gonna come right back up, lock out at the top, lock the hips, squeeze the glutes, all at the same time. Just remember, kinetic chain, right? I know you guys don't know what that is, or most of you don't, but that's just everything working together, right? Everything in our body works together in some way. And that's what you guys got to think about as you're doing these movements. So I think that's a pretty easy one. If you got 30, 40 pound dumbbells, that's a pretty good weight for what we're going to be doing. If you don't worry about it. Just go a little bit slower.